With the release of the Zesty Jesus video exposing that more than 2/3 of Tf2's player base is made up of bots of a variety of types, mainly those who just idle at the home screen for drops, with a small percentage of the bots that we actually see are actual cheater and hacking bots that we see in-game. I'll link the video below since I highly recommend the watch. The amount of effort and research Zesty put into this masterpiece is unimaginable. It lit a fire under the ass of the Tf2 community, finally cutting off the supply of copium that we were huffing. The bot problem has been an issue, with sniper bots flooding the servers especially during major updates events, summer, Halloween, and Xmas, for example. However, seeing how bad things have truly gone has pissed a lot of people off. The release of the video has caused ripple effects throughout the community, both in-game and off, positive and negative. It got people talking, discussing what we could do to solve this issue. As I'm recording this at the 26th of May, we are currently waiting for content creators such as Shork to make an announcement of the game plan. This day also marked the 2-year anniversary of #SaveTF2, which was a response to the sniper bot wave, and we even got a response from Valve, but as you can see, nothing happened. Not only did that video get people talking, but it also caught the attention of those who host bots. Now booting up Tf2 in the weeks following that video, bots have evolved. I do just want to add in that this is not Zesty's fault. Do not blame it on him. He couldn't have predicted that the bot hosters would go nuclear and create these types of bots. He probably thought an increase of sniper bots would happen, but not these types of bots. No one could predict this. Now, these new bots in-game have evolved to not just be sniper bots. They can be any type of bot. These bots have existed in the past, but they haven't been as prevalent as before. I've seen engineer, pyro, heavy, scout, and spy bots, with the engineer with the shotgun being the most common so far. Most of these bots end up being in stock gear, but some of them do just have cosmetics. Not only are the bots playing different classes, but they are calling vote kicks on real players. Bots have always been able to do this, but when the bots call the votes, you can usually tell they're trying to kick a real player, and then when the vote ends, the bots will usually end up getting kicked. But now the bots have been able to type in chat F1 or F2, or I'm not a bot, what the fuck, or he's a bot, with names that look like real players. They have real player names. It's not just a Megatronic and Omegatronic anymore. It is real player names that are out there. I've even witnessed someone with the name Liz Biscuit come into my game, and not even 5 seconds later a bot with their name joins the game. And they were freaking out. We were losing our minds because what the hell? They are stealing the names of real players. It's been incredibly difficult to tell whether or not someone calling a vote kick is actually a bot or a real person, or if the person they're kicking is a bot or a person. The best way I've been able to tell if someone is a bot or not is to use a voice chat, but not everyone has access to it or even uses it. Bots can even use voice chats, as I've witnessed and seen bots use pre-recorded voices of a guy yelling, F1! F1 bot! F1! F1 bot! Usually with a really shitty microphone and with no explanation. When I call a vote, I usually turn on voice chat and go, this guy's flicking all over the place, or yo, guys, I think this guy's a bot. But even if my team is just full of bots or they have VC off, it doesn't matter. It's insanely scary that a new player, or even a player like me, who isn't a veteran but isn't a baby, can be tricked like this. Hell, my partner and I were playing together and he relies on me to tell him whether or not to F1 or F2 due to him not having VC on, so he can know if someone is truly a bot or not. But even then, we accidentally kicked real players doing that. Not everyone has the privilege of voice chat, and I only just gained access to it a week or two ago because I was sick of not being able to talk. Free-to-play's not being able to talk is already harmful, but this is just a nail in the coffin. These messages too, of typing in the chat, will make it even confusing for new players that don't know the bots can type in the chat. We've seen in the past that the bots usually just put in Discord links or anything like that, but now that they're typing in the chat using what we usually use of F1 bot or F2 bot, it's making it extremely difficult, even to veteran players. Joining the Tf2 game is like playing Among Us for the first 3 minutes. Just trying to figure out who is the bots and who isn't, and spending that time to kick said bots. And even then it isn't perfect, as real players get kicked during that time or new bots just join. It's genuinely so frustrating, and this is the first time I felt truly enraged by this game. And I know I'm not the only one feeling this, and this feeling will genuinely kill the game if Valve doesn't do anything. I hate to say that, especially since so many people say that Tf2 is dead already, but genuinely these bots will kill it. But if the game is getting to the point where you can't tell a real person from a bot, and those real people are being kicked instantly from the game, then casual servers will effectively just die. I'm not sure what can be done, as I'm in no way a coder or a game designer anyway. I'm a visual artist before a gamer. WheezyTF2 released a video discussing how World of Warcraft had a similar issue, although those players just had complaints about the games being too far removed from what it was in the beginning, but he did bring a good point to what would happen if we worked as a community. We need to be aggressive about this. Not aggressive in a way that is harassing developers and programmers who may not have any say in this, but aggressive as not settling for less than what we want. What we want is for the bot problem to be fixed, not just a fuck-ass tweet. As I stated toward the beginning, many creators will be coming out with a statement on what we can do. The next section will be all about this, as I'm writing this and recording this before any concrete on what we can do comes out. So I'm recording this the 28th of May. Like two days after the announcement came out. I'm specifically referencing the Wheezy Tf2 and the What Show video because of those two videos I watched. I watched a couple other ones, but I can't remember at the top of my head. And those are the two big ones where people are getting their information. So anyway, we're going to be doing the hashtag FixTF2 movement that they are going to be creating. They released this announcement on the 26th, and they also released that, and they also released the fact that they're having a website with a petition that you can sign. The petition will have everyone's names on it, and at the end, on June 23rd, I think that's the last day to sign. At that day, they're going to print everyone's names out and hand it to Valve directly, get it to Valve's headquarters with all these names. And that's basically what I believe Wheezy talked about in his World of Warcraft section that I mentioned earlier in the video. That's basically what the World of Warcraft community did. They signed a petition, they printed out all the names, and literally had stacks of paper with people's names, and that's how they fixed their game. Literally, that's probably the best way you're going to have to visualize it. If you can visualize the names, if you can see that stack of paper of just how many people want this game to be fixed, it's just insane. Right now, the website says it's like at 10k, but they released a tweet like literally an hour or two ago saying it's at 80k, but they're just been so overwhelmed with like signatures that it's just not updating on the website, and their emails have been slow to get the confirmation out. Like, I personally haven't received mine yet, but I do not blame them. Do not harass them at all for like how long this is taking. Like, this is not their fault. Like, they're trying their best, but this is just insane. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen after this. I don't know what's gonna happen once we reach June 23rd. I say June 23rd, June 3rd, and when we get all these signatures, and when they eventually get to Valve. In World of Warcraft, it took like a year and a half. It might take the same amount of time for us. It may take more. It may take less. The thing is, we need to be patient. And I also can see reflections in games now that, like, people have been getting better. Like, in the game, I can see the community coming together already. Like, I played the game last night, and I didn't have to re-queue for another server because everyone was good. There was no bots. Everyone was kicking the bots. Everything was good. And that's never happened to me, guys. I need you to understand. I've been playing since, like, I'm not a veteran. I'm not one. I repeat this like 5 times throughout the fucking video, but I'm not a veteran. Like, I'm a new player, and this is like the first time where I like felt like I actually queued into a match, and like it's perfect. It's like a perfect TF2 game. Like, obviously you get the toxicity or just like the gamer stuff, you know, the crazy shit. But like, that's just normal. That's what I expect. But like, it's so refreshing. I really have hope for the future with this, and I really hope that you guys can go and spread and sign that petition that I have linked in the description below. Spread the videos that also I have linked in the description, and just like spread the hashtag FixTF2. Spread it on platforms. We're mostly doing it on Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call that shit. We're mostly doing it on that, but just spread that shit around. Just talk about the bot crisis. Show people how bad it is. That's the main thing. We need to talk about how bad this bot crisis is. Like, it's good to talk about the fun moments, but it's also, like, we need to genuinely show the public, like, how bad this is, because the public still thinks that we, like, solved it because of that tweet. Things were not solved. Things got exponentially worse, and we need to show the public that, so then Valve can actually step up their game and do shit. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna that's all I have to add for this section. I'm gonna be adding my final words now. So, yeah, thank you. Where do we go in the future? I don't know where we're gonna go in the future. I'm not someone that predicts the future, though I've noticed some patterns, and there's 2 ways TF2 can go. Either it will just become overrun with bots, and the only place you can go to community servers, until Valve eventually just ends support of TF2 altogether, or we can make enough noise that Valve hears us and listens to us and actually goes through with their promise to us instead of just sending out a tweet and then finger fucking themselves in the ass. It's a tough issue, especially since people are scared of any boycotting the markets or not playing the game will just lead to no support anymore due to no money. It's frustrating, I hate to see the game like this. But I don't want to end this video on a low note. I'm hopeful for the future, even though it's murky and unknown right now. I don't think I mentioned this, but I've been playing TF2 for less than a year, with my 1 year coming up in August or September. I want to end this video describing some of my favorite moments as a new player. As I mentioned throughout the video, I often play this game with my partner. Usually it's just us messing around and being silly and stupid, but I've seen him go from being super frustrated with the game and the learning curve, mainly just because he played engineer on payload, and it was his first time playing engineer, and we were against a bunch of advanced players, but I digress. Genuinely playing with him has been some of my favorite experiences. We're both stupid, we both don't know what the hell we're doing, but we still have fun anyway. And all the people that have seen us play and we've interacted with in the game has always been a positive experience, besides us getting vote kicked because people think we're bots, but those are the bots vote kicking us, not the actual players. We even dressed up as Heavy and Medic for Halloween to pass out candy. That's how much we love this game, even though we've only been playing it for less than a year. He loves playing Heavy and just being silly, even if it means I have to watch him die in the same sniper sight line 15 times when I tell him not to push because I don't have anything ready, or I see him being like, dude, you're gonna get headshot, and he gets headshot. It just happens. Playing with strangers is fun as well. I play TF2 when I'm absolutely just like blasted out of the time, and I play TF2 when I'm absolutely just blasted out of my mind most of the time, and every time I do I end up playing Medic and have to warn my team that Medic is absolutely just gone. He's gone. VC in text chat has led to me having much more fun moments for me with just messaging people and communicating in fun ways. But even before that, as a free-to-play, I still had really fun ways. Non-verbal communication is a really prevalent thing in TF2 just because so many players just don't want to they just don't want to use the text chat or the voice chat, or they just don't have access to it. So non-verbal communication is a very good way, and that comes in the form of just looking at someone and them nodding their head or just shaking their head. And it's some of the funniest moments when I'm just like when I've been cornered as Demo Man with just a bottle in my hand as a Heavy and Medic duo are coming at me, and I just start violently shaking my head, no, please, and then the Heavy comes up to me, and he shakes his head back, and then proceeds to shoot me. It's just fascinating to see how people interact with each other in voice and text chat. There has been so many times where I've seen people either just scream at each other and fight in the same team, or just absolutely go crazy and simp for the other team. Medic one night decided, oh my god, that Heavy on the other team is so hot, and just kept flirting with him in chat. They genuinely flirted with each other the whole entire payload. They flirted with each other the entire payload. Oh my god. They genuinely flirted with each other the entire game. It was crazy. I'm also very active in the art side of the community, and let's just say that and let's just say that the absolute simping of artists over these men may just save the game. I'm joking, but the art community is genuinely one of the best I've seen on the internet. Everyone is super supportive over people drawing their men, and I've even joined a game or two playing with artists in the community, and it's been one of the most fun experiences of my life. I don't believe TF2 would die. It's too important for too many people in multiple forms for it to die. People still make videos on it, still draw fan art and write fan fictions, etc. Regardless how you feel about that last point. And most importantly, people still play it. TF2 is still getting new players, even as the statistics don't reflect that. I encourage everyone to have hope. We can save the game. Please listen to any and all of the organizers at #FixTF2. They'll have the best ideas on what to do and truly save the game. Please don't harass anyone involved, whether that's the organizers, developers, or the bot hosters. Even if it's very, very tempting to go harass the bot hosters, please don't. Harassment will not lead to the game being saved. I know that may go through one year and out the other, especially with certain TF2 players, but if you're not going to listen to anything I say, please just listen to that. Just listen. Just don't harass the people that are trying to do good with the community. Don't harass the people that are trying to fix it. Do not harass the developers, do not harass anyone. Thank you for watching. Please support and go watch any of the videos I've listed in this video, and the links will be in the description. Like and subscribe if you want. I don't really know if I'll make any more TF2 videos, but I draw fan art and talk about it on my Twitter if you want to go follow me there. Now let's go out there and save this shit!
Let's go, save it! Save Tf2! Let's go!